The royal mask has finally slipped. What started as whispers in the halls of Windsor has now become a thunderclap across the world stage. The monarchy, known for centuries of silence and symbolism, has just made its most controversial move yet. And at the center of it all, Princess Anne, King Charles's most trusted enforcer, delivering a message so shocking it's left Prince Harry shattered, Meghan Markle vanished, and royal watchers in absolute disbelief. Welcome back, truth seekers. This isn't a drill. This is the moment the royal family stopped pretending. And today, we're bringing you the uncensored breakdown of what really went down behind those palace walls. But first, if you care about the truth behind the crown, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because what you're about to hear is the kind of royal bombshell the media tiptoes around, but we don't. Let's set the scene. Windsor Castle, May 13th. Behind golden walls and beneath chandeliers that have witnessed the rise and fall of monarchs, a private gathering was underway. But this wasn't a celebration. It was a reckoning. King Charles sat silently, not the commanding figure we're used to seeing. His hands were folded, his face was grave, and for the first time in his reign, he wasn't the one speaking. That responsibility, the delivery of royal judgment, was handed to Princess Anne, and she didn't flinch. With icy precision, Anne stood and made the announcement everyone in the room feared, but knew was coming. Archie and Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor will not receive royal titles, neither now nor ever. No His Royal Highness, no Her Royal Highness. Not even honorary recognition. Nothing. And just like that, the last string connecting Harry and Meghan's children to the heart of the monarchy was cut. This wasn't a symbolic gesture. This was a political, strategic, deeply personal decision, and the impact was immediate. Sources inside the room say Prince Harry was frozen in disbelief. He clenched his fists, his jaw locked, his eyes refused to meet anyone's. He had just lost the one battle Meghan had fought hardest for behind the scenes, the recognition of their children. And now it was gone. Meghan Markle didn't show up. She wasn't there to witness the blow, but her absence was its own statement. A silent protest, or maybe a final act of defiance, or perhaps a calculated retreat. After all, if she didn't hear it, she didn't have to acknowledge it. But the pain didn't end there. King Charles wasn't done. Effective immediately, Harry and Meghan are prohibited from using their royal titles, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, for any public, commercial, or media purposes. The Netflix deals, the podcast branding, the public appearances dripping in royal association? Over. This wasn't just a reminder of the 2020 Sandringham Agreement. This was an official termination of tolerance. Because let's be honest, Harry and Meghan have been pushing the boundaries for years, profiting off the very institution they claim to loathe. And now, the Crown is done playing games. Palace insiders say this final decision was driven by multiple tipping points, but none more brutal than Harry's recent BBC interview. The line that crossed all lines? I don't know how long my father has. To say this in public while the king is battling cancer is more than insensitive. It's twisted. It painted Charles as a man on borrowed time, and it reeked of emotional manipulation. For the palace, that was the last straw. And William? Let's talk about William. Once Harry's closest ally, the brother who stood beside him through heartbreak, public scrutiny, and the darkest days after Princess Diana's death. But now, that bond is not just broken, it's obliterated. William is said to be livid. Not just over the interview, but over what he sees as years of betrayal. From the Oprah sit-down to Spare to the public jabs aimed at the crown, William has had enough, and insiders confirm he's the one who pushed hardest for titles to be removed. Not just for Harry and Meghan, but for Archie and Lilibet too. Yes, it's harsh, but from William's view, necessary. You can't destroy the family from the outside while demanding benefits from within. And so Princess Anne was asked to deliver the verdict. Not because she's soft, but because she's respected. Feared even. The iron backbone of the monarchy. And when she says it's final, it's final. What's particularly chilling is what came after. Not a word from Harry, not a word from Meghan, no statement, no outrage, no rebuttal, just silence, the kind of silence that says we lost. And what about the public? Surprisingly, support is shifting. Polls show growing approval for Charles and William's firm stance. People are tired of the victim narratives, tired of royal blood being turned into Netflix content, tired of the Sussex saga. They want stability. They want legacy. They want the drama to end. And in William, they see the future. In Princess Anne, they see loyalty. And in King Charles, they now see a leader willing to put emotion aside for the sake of the institution. So what does this mean for the future? It means the gates have closed. The bridges have burned, and unless something extraordinary happens, there's no path back for Harry and Meghan. Not for their children, not for their titles, not for their legacy, because when the monarchy speaks, especially through someone like Princess Anne, it doesn't whisper, it roars, and today it roared loudly enough to echo across the Atlantic. So now we ask you, our truth-seeking viewers, was this the right decision? Did Harry and Meghan bring this upon themselves? Or did the crown go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And if you're tired of being spoon-fed filtered media and you want the truth straight from the shadows of the palace, like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because this is the channel where royalty meets reality. Until next time, the titles are gone, the silence is broken, and the monarchy just made its move. God save the king, but don't expect him to save the Sussexes.